Gary Lamm, Main Event Mania, what to watch for, 49ers versus Buccaneers edition, and I'm watching for any kind of slacking going on in the 49er organization. They came out and they whipped the Jaguars. Will they be complacent, or will they come out with their hair on fire and kick ass all over Levi Stadium? The best way to judge a good team is how they respond after a big game. Big game last week. Big game next week on Thanksgiving against Seattle. But we are playing the one right in the middle versus Tampa Bay, and there are some matchups that are going to be tough for the 49ers, starting with Vita Vea and that tremendous front seven of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus Jake Brendel at center and Spencer Burford on that right side interior line. I don't like that. Vita Vea is like 6'4", 350 with a power and athleticism. You know what? Jake Brendel and Spencer Burford, they're not that big. They're not that powerful. I'm worried they're going to get overpowered. I'm worried about the running game. Look at the linebackers are tremendous with David and White, and you got Winfield coming back. Wow. So, all three levels, they got some stars in Tampa Bay. I'm a little bit worried about the getting punked at the line of scrimmage and having another tough game where CMC gets beat up. I like what Kyle did last week with the only 16 carries. It could have been less if we weren't going with a record. I like 14 to 16 carries. I said it all year, but give me those 10 targets. Look, this game can go two ways. Kyle Shanahan can get real creative, which he can, in the run game. Hey, get it outside to Debo. Ray McLeod, where has he been? Let's get him involved. Kittle to a lesser degree. Elijah Mitchell, he had, 6-8 carries last week. That's great. Where the heck is Jordan Mason? What did you do, Jordan? What did you do, Jordan? Where you at, bro? I don't know what you did, but I'd like to see you. I'd like to, especially get Vita Vea and, the linebacking core of the Buccaneers. I'd like to see, just give CMC some rest, man. We need some juice for the rest of the year. Watch for that. Colt McKivitz may also be injured. He has an injured knee and an ankle. They say the backup's Aaron Pryor. Aaron Pryor, one thing I know about him, he's big. 6'7", 330-ish, I don't know. You know what, Colt McKivitz, you're not having the best year. I liked how Jalen Moore looked on the other side, subbing for Trent Williams. That left side is looking good. Trent Williams, John Feliciano, he's looking tough. You need that in the run game, especially if you want to make a playoff run. Look for Aaron Banks because he is out. If he returns from turf toe, someone's job on that right side of the line, starting with Brendel, Spencer, one of those guys is going to replace. And look at Aaron Pryor might have a shot. Jalen Moore might have a shot if Colt McKivitz doesn't get it together. Let's go. Let's go, boys! All right. I'm not so concerned about Brock Purdy getting beat up. This guy is tough. Even though I respect the defensive line and the front seven and the DBs pass rush out of Tampa Bay, Brock's a tough guy. But I want to check the darn weather report. The San Francisco 49ers, there's something in their head. They talk about this monsoon in Chicago and the wet ball in Cleveland. There's something about that. It's going to be sunny in Santa Clara on Sunday, but there might be a wet field. There was a damp air and muggy conditions out in Jacksonville. Hey, it's another step to getting your mind free of some silly stuff. And I said it before. The Kyle Shanahan, Brock Purdy marriage is fantastic. Kyle Shanahan has a structured offense. But you know what? Brock's a risk taker, contrary to popular belief. Brock likes to throw it down the field. Look at Brock has to stay within the system. Kyle has to let it open up a little bit. Hit the one in the middle. And maybe we're going to hit Danny Gray. Danny Gray is supposed to be healthy. He's the one guy, maybe besides George Kittle, who can really win matchups deep. Maybe, finally, Danny Gray opens up the offense. And maybe, and I said this before, maybe some of the overthrows Brock had early is because the guys ain't that fast. Look at Debo and Ayuk are great in their own way, but they're not burners. So maybe we add that to the system. Maybe there's another level for Brock Purdy if the 49ers can't run. Look at this, might be a big game for Brock, passing the ball, winning it with his arm, maybe taking him out early. This may be the game Brock Purdy proves that he wins with his arm. I'm going for a blowout. I'm going for early knockout, but you never know how it's going to go. The Niners have not been good when Brock has had to carry the load, when it's mostly been, an unbalance in the area of pass. This might be the game Brock gets it done, and that's another notch in his belt. We'll find out. All right, one of the biggest matchups in this game, outside of the Vita Vea versus the 49ers offensive line, it's Mike Evans, Chris Goodwin, and the Tampa Bay receiving core versus the 49er defensive backs, and mainly Ambry Thomas. Ambry Thomas stepped in for, what's my boy's name? My man, Isaiah Oliver. Look at whoever's going to step in. That was going to be an upgrade. Ambry Thomas, tremendous prospect. Ambry's 6 foot, 190 pounds, 24, out of Michigan, running a 4.40. He's a prototypical what the 49ers want in a cornerback. If you were going to build a guy and create a player, it'd be Ambry Thomas. And he likes to press man. He likes, bump coverage. The problem has been inconsistency. If he can get consistency, hey, he has a shot right now. But we got a couple of bullets in the holster, a couple of bullets, in the chamber. We got Darrell Luter Jr. coming out off of IR. Same with Sam Womack. Neither of them have very much experience. So it's time for Ambry to step up and keep his job. Another thing to watch for, 49ers. Good old Jason Verrett, the defensive back at Fairfield. Tremendous player. That injury history is long. But the 49ers worked him out for his practice squad. If there's any injured player that I want to give a chance to, it's Jason Verrett. I mean, he's just coming off an Achilles move with the 49ers. They brought him on today, or yesterday, one day. He was out there practicing. The 49ers want to sign him. It's not a done deal. They signed him to their practicing squad. But if you can get Jason Verrett, that is a player. That is a game changer. If you can get, top-notch Jason Verrett, your whole defense is going to change. I'll be watching that. I'll be checking his injury status. I'll be checking if he's signed, because that's a big deal if he stays healthy. All right. Let's go. All right. Finally, I want to check out the 49er defensive line. Chase Young, Nick Bosa, Hargrave, all those guys. I want to see you get after it. The Jaguars line was not very good. They're probably bottom 5, to be honest. All right. We're going to find out if you're for real. I want to see you against Tristan Wirth. I want to see you against a top 10 offensive line, and I want to see you raise havoc. All right, there's been some questions about the 49ers against the screen game. That's been true. But Steve Wilks says, you know what we got to do? We got to kick ass man-to-man. And I like that attitude. That's something you say when you're on the field. Where the 49ers kick ass on the line of scrimmage against a tougher opponent, getting them ready for the Philadelphia Eagles and top-notch lines like the Chiefs. Let's go. I want to see the 49ers like Steve Wilks on the field, kick ass, and attack the quarterback with a bad attitude. I don't mind giving up some screenplays. If you physically dominate your opponent at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage, hey, that screen game is hard. It makes it hard to throw. Guys are falling down. You might give a big play, but you also might make a big play. Watch the 49ers to kick some ass on the D-line and show them for real. Let's freaking go. Bang, bang, 9 again. Gary Lamm, Mania. Keep it real. Keep it clean. Oh, wait a minute. A big thing last week was the 49ers disguising coverages. Will Tampa Bay adjust or not? Let's find out Sunday. Gary Lamm, Mania. Keep it real. Keep it clean.